You, what up, what up, what up? It's popping, was good, was good. It's your boy, mr.locario, the bad boy of the dating game, was good. So real quick, as I'm on this walk, wanted to talk to you guys about something. Want to let you know that women don't like attractive men. Okay, they don't. Fuck what you heard, they don't. This is real shit. Now first, let me break this down, because I already know people are gonna be like, come on man, Mr. Locario is always on some bullshit. You know, he always talking some shit. He's always on some nonsense. He's bullshitting. That's not true. Well, all these women want the attractive men. No, you gotta understand something. Women don't like it. I'm gonna tell you why. Now let's first talk about what's an attractive man. Because I know, dudes on the internet, when you say attractive man, the first thing they start thinking about is looks, because that's how niggas' minds work. You understand what I'm saying? Now, that could be part of the equation, but that's not really the whole thing. You understand what I'm saying? It's not really the whole thing. Shout out to everybody in the chat. What's popping, bro? That's not really the whole thing. So what I'm saying is, when I talk about an attractive man, let's define that. An attractive guy, right, is a guy that a woman is attracted to overall, meaning there's something about this man overall that's attractive, right? Not just his looks. Not just his looks. In fact, for some women, it'll actually be better for them if the fact that they think he's attractive is mainly because of his looks, because that's easier to deal with. That's an easier man to deal with. So if a woman finds you attractive 95, 98% of the way just because of your looks, like she's sexually attracted to you, she thinks you're sexy because of that, that's easier for her than you being an overall attractive guy. You understand? Meaning that your looks, appearance is on point, confidence, swagger, charisma, mouthpiece, you got resources, all of this shit. Like, if you're that type of attractive guy, women don't like you. I'm gonna break it down. See, what all real attractive men have in common, right? What all real attractive men have in common is that they know, they don't think, they don't guess, they don't assume, they know, okay? They know that lots of women like them. They know this. They know lots of women want to fuck with them. They know a lot of women like them. They know a lot of women want to get with them, have sex with them, be with them, all this other shit. They know this. It's not a surprise. It's not a secret. It's not something they're guessing. It's not something that they have to think about, to wonder about, right? They know this. You understand? And they know this because their experience is basically reminding them every single fucking day, right? So every day, the response, the interactions that they're having, right, with these women are basically letting them know this, right? Now, this isn't some shit where I'm talking about when niggas are just standing around waiting for choosing signals. I'm not talking about no bullshit like that. I'm talking about guys who are really attractive. They know they're attractive because of the response that they're getting from women. You understand? Meaning that they're consistently getting women who are trying to get with them, trying to sleep with them, trying to be with them, all this other stuff, right? And so what happens is, because they know this, right? Then what happens is that they're in a situation where they are basically gonna, take advantage of the situation. You understand? They're gonna want to, right, be in situations where they can make shit happen. Like the other day, I did a video called "Men Can Be Hoes Too," and I basically said in that video yeah, women, you know, guys will say all these women are hoes because they always having all the sex with all these guys. And what I said is that if a guy could do it, he would do it too. If he could, he would. What up, Data Saints? Uncut Dating Truth. G Money, Rizzo, what up? True Savage in the building. King Leak. SO, what up? What's popping? French was good. Joe Blast, what up? Right? So if a guy could, he would make it happen. So what all these attractive guys have in common is that they know that women want them. They know that they have a lot of options. They know that they can get shit popping. And so what they do is they exercise those options. Now, the reason why women don't like this, right? The reason why women don't like this is because it's more responsibility on her part, right? It's more responsibility on her part to be able to know how to handle that and deal with that. You understand what I'm saying? Meaning that she has to check in with herself to say, damn, well, you know, how do I deal with this? You understand? And a lot of times they don't want to deal with it. You understand? They don't want to have to deal with the guy that they want. You understand? Fucking with other women. They don't want to do it. You understand what I'm saying? So they don't like it. See, if they were with an average dude, they wouldn't have to worry about this shit. You see what I mean? They would not have to worry about this. So what I'm saying is when I say that these women don't like attractive men is they don't like what comes with being with an attractive guy. You understand what I'm saying? They don't like what comes with it. Because there's shit that comes with it. It's the same thing where if you're dealing with a girl who you think is a dime, you know, like let's say this chick is bad, she look good, you know, so everywhere you walk with this chick, niggas is looking at her, they trying to holler, you go to different spots with her, dudes is trying to get all up in her ear when she's by herself, niggas is trying to holler, you know, dudes is trying to get in her DMs all day and all this other stuff. And so a lot of dudes can't handle that shit. You understand what I'm saying? They can't handle that shit. It's the same thing where, you know, a lot of these dudes, they say they want a dime, right? But can you deal with that? Can you deal with having a dime? Can you do it? You understand what I'm saying? Can you deal with what comes with having a chick who's a dime? And most dudes can, right? And this shit is fucking taking my goddamn scarf off. Shit is crazy up here in New York, goddamn it, shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying, guys. It's like women, they're attracted to these attractive men, but they don't like them. They don't like them. It's like a video I did years ago. I did a video called Women Don't Like Alpha Males. Because to deal with an alpha male doesn't compromise. He's just like, yo, this is what it is. And a lot of times, women don't want to have to deal with that shit. They want a guy who's going to compromise and bend over backwards and do a whole bunch of shit because that makes it easier for them. See, the hard part about this whole situation is that she's attracted to the attractive guy, but she doesn't like it. Meaning, she doesn't like the shit that she has to deal with in these situations. You understand? You have to understand this. Because see, what happens is this. What most women would want is an attractive guy, right? Who is only gonna be with her, which doesn't really happen, or it could happen in rare cases. You understand what I'm saying? But in most cases, that's not gonna happen. Because the funny part about this is this is the ironic part. This is the weird part. Him just being with her automatically makes him less attractive. I'm gonna say that again. Him just being with her automatically makes him less attractive in her eyes. And this is subconscious shit. She won't even realize this. But him just being with her makes him less attractive. See, that's the weird part about it. the woman, she wants this super attractive guy to herself. Then let's say he's like, okay, I'll just be with you. And then what's going to happen is on a subconscious level, her subconscious is going to be like, well, how attractive is he if he's only with me? You know what I'm saying? But then at the same time, she doesn't like that he's with other women. You understand what I'm saying? Whatever AT was popping. You see what I mean? That's the crazy part about the whole thing. It's the crazy part about the whole thing. Because look at it this way. When you meet a woman, right, and you're first dating her, hooking up with her, right? In a lot of cases, you are also seeing other women at the same time, or if you're not literally seeing other women at the same time, you still have the desire there, and you're still your mindset is still about seeing other women. So when you first meet a woman, right? Think about this. This shit gets deep. When you first meet a woman, right? What's happening is that you are also seeing other women. So if you start dating a chick today, and y'all hook up today, and then y'all keep seeing each other for the next few weeks, most likely you are also seeing other women at the same time. Now, who is the guy that woman that you're dating is attracted to? Who's the guy? You understand? Think about that. So the guy that she is attracted to is the guy who's dating multiple women, which is you at this time. You are the guy who's dating multiple women, and that is the guy she's into, right? Now, once you start dating her, you're dating her, whatever it is like that, and then let's say you say, you know what? She's like, yeah, you're an attractive guy, you're doing your thing. You say, you know what? I'm going to just be with you. Guess what? You are no longer the guy she met at the beginning. You understand what I'm saying? So if you stop dating these other women, you become less attractive by default. You understand what I'm saying? This is what happens. It's a crazy thing. It's a crazy thing. You know, and it sucks because it's like, you know, as a guy who, you know, dates multiple women and all this other stuff, I sometimes, you know, I honestly, I be feeling a certain type of way. I be feeling a little bad sometimes because it's like, you know, I'm with my girl or my wife or whoever, and it's like there's this part of it where I know that they don't like it. You understand what I'm saying? And it's tough. You understand? It's tough. But I'm telling you, this is the type of stuff that happens where women, they are attracted to these guys, but they don't like it. I'm telling you, because it's tough. It's real. It's not easy. It's not easy. Shit is not easy. You see what I'm saying? Man, I'm telling you, it is not easy because she has to be able to deal with that. See, women generally, you know, have like, well, they have three choices. I'll tell you the three choices women have, generally. They're all going to fall under these three, really, basically. You know, if you see another choice or hear another choice, it falls under these three. Either she's going to get with like sexually attractive, on point alpha male type of dude and have to share him. Or, that's one choice. Or she can get with a, you know, regular, run-of-the-mill, average, not that attractive beta male and have him to herself. That's the second choice. Or three, she can be alone. That's it. Those are the three choices. Those are the three choices. You understand what I'm saying? Those are literally the three choices. So you got to understand that's the dynamic at play. You see what I'm saying? And again, it's tough and it's hard because, women don't want to have to deal with that because they are attracted to that guy. They're like, yo, I'm attracted to this motherfucker. I like this guy. This guy is like all the shit that I want in a man, yada, yada, yada. But then the other side of it, where they have to deal with all that comes with that guy being that attractive dude, which is other women. You understand what I'm saying? That's the part that they don't like. You understand? But see, at the end of the day, what really brings everything home and what really is the way, because I've been thinking about this type of stuff for a long time. Like, this is shit that I ponder about a lot. And what I've noticed is that the thing that sort of brings everything home, sort of brings everything to its center, is acceptance. It's acceptance. You understand? It's acceptance. Now, acceptance is not an easy thing to do in a lot of cases, but that's really what it is. It's acceptance. Meaning, a woman has to be able to accept this type of situation. Because, see, for example, the whole thing with Derek Jackson, these women thought that Derek Jackson was real. And when I say they thought Derek Jackson was real, I'm not even talking about just specifically Derek Jackson. I'm talking about the archetype of who Derek Jackson portrayed himself to be. Meaning, they thought that there were multiple Derek Jacksons out there, and they were waiting for their Derek Jackson, but it doesn't exist. And now these women they have to accept, if they want to actually, be happy and have some, peace of mind about this whole relationship shit, they have to accept that there is no Derek Jackson. You understand? And on the flip side, men have to accept certain things. There's certain things that you have to accept as a man. I have to accept that women are sexual and out here getting it in. This is what most men don't want to accept. This is part of what made me even want to be in open relationships and be non-monogamous, is the acceptance. You understand what I'm saying? That women are out here like this. You understand? Right? I mean, the major part is that I still like to do my thing, you know what I'm saying? And be open and make shit happen. But that's also another part it's the acceptance. You see what I mean? And so the problem is that people are always going to be frustrated a lot because of them not being able to accept certain things. You see what I mean? And my thing is always this. I always looked at it as this when it comes to a relationship and things like this are concerned. Is that when you're dealing with someone, this goes for men and women dealing with men dealing with women, whatever, is the person I'm with, are they doing the things that we should be doing for each other in this situation? You understand what I'm saying? So if I'm with a woman, is she doing the things she needs to do with me when we're together? And am I doing the things I need to do with her when we're together? If yes, then we're good, right? Now, all the other stuff outside of that, you understand? As long as it doesn't infringe on what's going on in the relationship, do you. That's acceptance. You understand what I'm saying? That's acceptance. All you can say is, listen, the least you can do is respect me and I'll respect you. And that's it. You understand what I'm saying? Anything else outside of that, that's a whole different thing, because what happens is that the problem with relationships a lot of times is we are trying to get people to 100% be something for us that is impossible for them to be, because all they can be is themselves, right? And so what happens is that they're making a choice when they get into that relationship with you to, respect you and do certain things a certain way so that the relationship could flourish. You feel what I'm saying? But what you got to understand is this too, is that when it comes to acceptance, you have to accept the person 100%, right? That means you understand they're not perfect, you accept the flaws, you see what it is, and as long as it doesn't cross a boundary that you have, then it's all good. And you got to be honest, but also be able to receive the reaction to your honesty. You understand what I'm saying? You got to be honest and also be able to receive the reaction to your honesty. And that's something that I'm working on too. You understand? Where it's like, I'll be honest, and then, I might get thrown off by the response, but I have to accept that. You understand? I have to accept that. And what people have to start doing is, and what people should be doing is you got to accept the reality of the situation. Just like I said, like when I was talking about the three choices the women have, a lot of women won't accept that. A lot of guys won't accept that. Listen, every girl you meet, or most girls you meet, ain't gonna be chicks out here that, don't have that's not a chick that has a low body count or whatever. You understand? Like these dudes, they still want chicks with the, to be super virgins. They want chicks to never had no sexual past. They want chicks to be these like, these angels when it comes to sex. And I'm like, bruh, you gotta understand, like, you gotta understand what's going on out here. You gotta understand what's going on out here. Man. But yeah, that's what it is, man. That's what it is. It's like, understand that if you're an attractive guy, women, they're not gonna like this shit, man. They're not gonna like it. You gotta understand that. They're not going to like it. You understand? But again, there's certain things that you're not gonna like about dealing with women. You want a hot chick? Guess what? Most of y'all not gonna like the attention she getting. You understand? You're not gonna like the attention that she's getting. You said, is it beta for me to miss my girlfriend of 2 years after breaking up because I was honest with her? Also, she acts a bit cold to me as we are co-workers at our job. He said, am I wrong for that? Well, listen, man, don't worry about if it's beta and all this other stuff. The thing is, it's two ways of looking at it. I understand you missing her because, you've been with your girl, whatever. You probably still have feelings for her. You probably still love her, whatever it is like that. I get it, right? But if we're going to a higher level of acceptance and awareness, right? The reason why you still, miss her and have those feelings is because you're still attached to something in the situation. You understand? And you said she acts cold to you. And you said y'all are co-workers at the job, bro. You just got, like, move on from that, bro. Like, do what you got to do at work and keep that shit pushing. You gotta do other things to occupy your mind and get your mind off that situation. I understand you seeing her and all of that, you see at work, whatever, but you gotta, get into other situations, get into other aspects of life so that your mind and your energy and your attention is on something else. Your attention is still on her because you're still attached to some situation. Driver seat said, get a hotter girlfriend. But yeah, that's what it is, man. It's like a lot of this really is, it's acceptance, man. And I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying it's easy. It is. I'm not saying it's easy, but it's definitely acceptance, bro. Like everything is like you have to be able to come to terms with reality and accept what is actually happening. That's the problem with most people. They don't want to actually accept what's going on from all angles. There's certain shit that I'm still working on trying to accept. You understand what I'm saying? I'm still like, I don't want to fucking have to accept this shit. I don't have to deal with this shit. But there's certain things that I gotta accept. And it's not easy, I'm telling you. Bryce, you said, does dealing with other women after a breakup help with heartache? Well, this is the thing. If you break up with somebody, you don't necessarily want to jump into anything serious, because all that's doing is sort of masking that emotion that you have right now about the breakup. So some people, they jump into a whole nother relationship and get serious. Now, it's one thing if, you just hook up with somebody here and there because you want some sex, it's cool. But, the thing that's gonna let you get over that is time. You understand what I'm saying? It's time. Now, again, like I said, the more acceptance and the more awareness that you have about this topic, you could break up with a chick, or you and the chick will break up and you won't even have any heartache. You understand what I'm saying? As crazy as that sounds, that type of shit, there's people out there that have that energy because they've gotten to a level of acceptance and awareness about life where they're so in the moment that when things happen, it's sort of like, they feel it, and then it's just like, they kind of just like, okay, cool. You understand? They just move on. You understand? So it's different levels to this shit. There's different levels to this shit. But the thing is that you don't. So when I say is that, dealing with other women or doing other stuff, that's cool, but it's good because it's just making you move forward. You understand what I'm saying? But if you're doing it necessarily just to try to, what up, Rep Silver, this is popping, bro. If you're doing it in response to the breakup, right? Your mind is still on the breakup because everything you're doing in that moment is in reaction to the breakup. You understand what I'm saying? Is you trying to hide and mask your pain with something else, but that with something else is a reminder of the breakup. So if I'm like, yo, I'm gonna go, I just broke up with my girl or this, or, you just broke up with your girl and you're like, man, I'm gonna go get with this girl over here to forget about the other girl, my ex or whatever, then what happens is that every time you look at this new woman, she's just a reminder of your ex. You understand what I'm saying? Bryce said, how do you reach that level of awareness? It depends, man. Some people could reach it in a day. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just get it and then they just feel it, and that's just how they are. Some people, it may take time after time for them to get it. Listen, I'll tell you something about me. This is I'll tell you something personal about me, right? So in my life, right, I've always low-key been considered like a weirdo. You know what I'm saying? Even though people were never necessarily like I'd say like a cool fucking weirdo nigga. You understand what I'm saying? Meaning that I don't go with the crowd. I'm on some go against the grain shit, and not even just on purpose, but that's just how things sort of pan out because I always critically think about shit. So because of that, I've gotten a lot of backlash from family, friends, people that I care about that always tell me, yo, you're wrong. Shut up. Don't say this. Don't be this way. Chill. I don't like that you're being this way. So I sometimes I have this complex of like, I'm like, damn, like I feel like I'm always doing something I shouldn't be doing because that's been implanted in me. You understand what I'm saying? That's been drilled into my head since I was young. You understand that, like, what you're doing is wrong. So the thing is that, I had to accept that, yo, sometimes when I say stuff and I do stuff, people are going to have a certain reaction towards me, right? So I've had to accept that and be aware that how I'm coming at people or the things that I say or the things that I do are going to have a certain effect on people, and it's going to be a certain response, right? So I'm constantly having to remind myself to accept that, because what happens is that there's times where I forget that that's the case, and I get caught up in, you know, certain type of energy, certain type of negative or tense type of energy, because I'm forgetting that this is what is going on, that people are reacting to me because of how I'm being, right? So I have to be constantly accepting this. And the thing is that sometimes I get upset, sometimes I get frustrated, and there's times where I felt depressed because I wasn't accepting it. You understand? And then things would keep coming right back around to remind me, hey, listen, this is the thing that is actually happening. And until you accept it fully, you're going to be frustrated, upset, depressed, angry, and all that other stuff. Because every time when I try to ignore it, every time when I try to push it to the side, every time when I try to be like, well, it's not that big of a deal, or, you know, maybe I could change up, or maybe every time when I try to almost in certain situations curb how I am to lessen the shit, it was like the shit just kept getting stronger and stronger, and then my real and natural self kept coming out, and then the shit kept coming back to me tenfold. And that's because I wasn't accepting shit. I wasn't accepting who I was, and I was not accepting the response to who I was and who I am. You understand? And even to this day, even to right now, it's something that I work on daily. Because there's certain things that are uncomfortable. Like, you know, when you're being honest and when you're being yourself, it's not comfortable a lot of times because of the reactions you might get from other people. You understand? So even when I'm talking about this topic, when I'm saying that, women don't like attractive men, I've been in a lot of situations over the years where, I get backlash from women because of how I am. You know what I'm saying? I get the shit all the time. And the thing is that I'm continuously, being aware of this, and I'm continuously getting into a level of awareness where I'm constantly accepting what it is. You understand? I'm accepting it. I'm like, well, this is what it is, and I have to accept what comes with this, good or bad, right or wrong, whatever it is, because this is who I am, what I'm about, and that's what it is. You understand? It's the core of where I'm at. Now, maybe the way I see things or do things might change over time. Who the fuck knows? But right now, this is who I am. And so there has to be that acceptance. And so when I deal with people, I do the same exact thing with them, where I'm not looking at a person trying to get them to be what I want them to be. I'm looking at them for who the hell they are 100%, and I accept them for who they are. Now, whether or not I want to be with that person, whether or not I want to deal with that person, that's another story. But I accept the person fully for who they are, and I'm not trying to get them to be who I want them to be. And that's the problem with a lot of people, is that a lot of people are trying to get people to be who they want them to be for them. So you have a lot of guys out there, oh, I want these girls to have low body counts. Why? Why you want them to have low body counts? For you? You understand what I'm saying? 90-some% of the women you meet aren't going to have low body counts. Now what? What you going to do? You understand? 90-some% of the women that you're dealing with are dealing with multiple men. Now what you going to do? You understand what I'm saying? A lot of these chicks out here who talking about, let's take it slow. I got to get to know you. We got to go on 3 or 4 dates. Most of those women who say that to you are fucking with a guy who they didn't go on no date with. They just had sex with him. Right? What are you going to do? You have to accept the reality. You understand? You have to accept it. See, it's funny. I was hearing, people like, because I'm in an open relationship, and dudes just they don't get this concept. They're like, I don't understand, Locario. How do you allow your chick to fuck with other dudes. I'm like, I didn't allow anything. I just accepted reality, because what happens is I always ask the same question to the guys asking the question. I'm like, how do you allow the women you're with to fuck with other niggas? And they're like, oh no, she's not fucking with other niggas. I'm like, no. You don't. The only difference between me and you is I know my chick is fucking with other niggas. You don't know that your chick is fucking with other niggas, but she is. Facts. You know how I know? Because I'm that nigga she was fucking with. Do y'all know how many fucking women I fucked with who have boyfriends, husband? You understand? They got husbands, fiancés. I told you about a chick that gave me head in her apartment while her husband was in the backyard. I mean, not her husband, her boyfriend was in the backyard. You understand what I'm saying? So, a lot of these dudes, they don't want to come to that acceptance. And they're like, oh, Miss Locario, no, that's just you. It's just, you're just picking certain women, and certain women don't do this and certain women don't do that. I'm like, okay, that's cool. I mean, look, listen, if you want to believe that, that's fine. But what y'all don't understand is that there's niggas like me outside here every day, bro. Listen, I'm not as savage as I used to be, but nigga, I was on some savage shit. I used to purposely fuck with chicks who had boyfriends and husbands. Just because I was annoyed that niggas thought they were safe. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I used to be that guy. If I'm not mistaken, I remember mr.locario was talking about he used to do shit like that, fucking with chicks who got husbands and boyfriends and all that other shit. There's niggas out there that do that. So what I'm saying to guys out there is, are you accepting what is reality? Or do you want to, live in the dark and pretend shit's not going on? You understand what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's crazy. Muhammad, you said, why do girls show attitude when you approach them? Because either they just bitches or they don't like you. You understand what I'm saying? I talked about this before. Is that if you approach a woman and she looks at you as a loser or some cornball nigga, she's gonna have an attitude with you because she judges herself based off who's approaching her. French said, can I do a bad boy membership program on that one? On which one? On acceptance? A membership program on which one? But this is what I'm saying, man. Like, y'all gotta, you have to fully accept what's going on, but you also have to be aware of what's going on so that you can accept what's going on. You understand? You have to be aware of what's going on so that you can accept what's going on. The reason why dudes can't accept what's going on is because they're not even aware of what's going on. They think that there's this like, crazy alternative. Now, this is what I'm saying. Don't get me wrong, because I know somebody's gonna be like, well, Miss Locario, there are women out here who's not fucking and sucking and doing a whole bunch of shit. No, really, I get it. I understand that. You said do a bad boy program on fucking with people's girlfriends and wives. Nah, I'm not gonna do that shit. I'm not gonna do that shit, French. I'm sorry. I can't do it. Because I don't really want to promote that type of shit, honestly. I don't think it's a good idea. The only way I would do that is if niggas wasn't simps out here, I'd do it. But niggas is too much is simps out. I ain't fucking around with that. But what I was saying is that there are women out there who aren't fucking and sucking and going crazy. There are women out there who have a body count of 1, and that's it. Right? But guess what? There are also people out there who win the lottery. There are also people out there who got 6 fingers on one hand. You understand what I'm saying? There are people out there who, have some other rare situation happening in their lives. So what I'm saying is, yes, there are women out there who aren't fucking and sucking and going crazy and who don't have a high body count and who's, virgins. But they're in the 0.001%. This is what y'all don't get. You understand? I mean, if you guys just think about this, you know, logically, I mean, you ain't got to have no fucking, what you call it, um, polls or statistics and none of that bullshit. Just think logically. Use your fucking brain. You have the rare cases of certain people who's not out here doing anything. Then you have certain people not doing anything because they have a low sex drive. But other than that, most people, you meet a chick who's 25 years old, you understand, even lower than that, you could go to like 23, 22 years old. These chicks are out here getting it in. Are you insane? Especially nowadays with all of the access, Tinder, Bumble, Instagram, Snapchat. Are you serious? So all I'm saying is start to accept reality. You understand? Start to accept reality. See, what's funny? You know what I like about the whole Kevin Samuels thing is that at least it seems like people are having a conversation about reality. You understand? At least having a conversation about reality. I gotta give that one thing. At least with the Kevin Samuels shit that I really love is there's a conversation with these women about reality. You understand? See, right now we need something like that for men. This is what I try to do, but men ain't trying to hear that, which is funny. It seems like the women are coming into wanting to hear real shit more than the men. You understand? So with the Kevin Samuels thing, the women are getting a dose of reality. When are the men going to come to get a dose of reality? You understand? Instead of living off of the fantasies that are spouted in these spaces of, oh, well, women are like this and they're, if they have a high body count, they can't pair bond and all that other stuff. When are men going to start accepting reality? When are men going to start accepting like, yo, listen, you ain't getting no pussy because you ain't got no fucking game? When are men going to stop blaming it on their looks? You understand? When are men going to stop acting like once they get their money up, then chicks are going to come? When are men going to stop fucking waiting on choosing signals? When are men going to start accepting reality? You understand what I'm saying? When are they going to start accepting reality? It's ridiculous. Like I would love to know. Because see, the guys out there cuffing their woman, holding their chick for dear life. You understand what I'm saying? Thinking that, oh, my woman wouldn't do no shit like that. Listen, your woman's the first one that's going to do some shit like that. Your woman's the first one that's going to do some shit. You know, the easiest chicks to get is women who are in relationships with niggas who ain't got no game. You understand? When a nigga ain't got no game, that's the easiest fucking woman to get, to pull. Listen, there's so many women, bro, that I fucked with who got boyfriends and shit. You understand? I met at these spots, these bars, clubs, events. Oh, I got a boyfriend. Really? That's interesting. So how does it feel to have the perfect guy? I mean, how does that feel? Well, he's not perfect. I wouldn't say he's perfect. Oh, really? So why are you with someone that's not perfect? Why would you settle for less? That doesn't make any sense. It's like, oh no, but I love him. He's cool. You know, he does this and he does that. Yeah, but but when's the last time you really got your pussy wet? Oh my, what are you talking about? I'm just asking. When's the last time you got your pussy wet? You so nasty. Why you talk? She's done. You see what I'm saying? She's done. It's like it's the easiest shit. Because niggas ain't come to terms with the fact that they ain't got no fucking game. You understand what I'm saying? They didn't come to terms with the fact that they have no fucking game. They haven't accepted that. And therefore, they chicks gonna get took. You understand? Isn't it interesting that I've been in a relationship, in an open relationship with my wife for 14 years? For 14 years. Isn't it interesting? I've been in an open relationship with my wife for 14 years and nobody was able to take her away. Like nobody took her away yet. I've been in a relationship with my girlfriend for 2 years. Nobody took her away yet. Huh? How come? How come? But then how come I could go to another chick who with her dude and I could just take her like that? How come? Because niggas ain't got no game and they haven't accepted that they ain't got no game. You know, oh, game is bullshit. Game is this. I'm gonna just trick. And why you gonna pay a dating coach to teach you game when you could just trick? That don't make no sense. Niggas on that stupid shit. I heard somebody talking about, yo, I don't understand why y'all. He was like, somebody was like, oh, it's contradictory to get on dudes for tricking, but y'all okay with Locario having an open relationship. What? They were saying, oh, if Locario could, do that with his life, how come it's wrong when a dude is tricking in his life? Nigga, that's apples and oranges, nigga. You can't compare a nigga tricking to me being in an open fucking relationship. That's stupid. When you're comparing tricking, you compare tricking to non-tricking. That's it. Now, if you want to compare open relationship, you compare open relationship to monogamy. That's it. You understand? See, niggas want to get around the actual reason. The reason why you're tricking is because you can't get the pussy without tricking. And the reason the other guy isn't tricking is because he can get the pussy without tricking. What the fuck they got to do with an open relationship? Nothing. Now, if you want to compare monogamy to non-monogamy being an open relationship, then we have a discussion. But you can't compare apples to oranges and try to justify your tricking with bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, well, why you're okay with Locario being in an open relationship, but you're not okay with tricking. Them two things ain't got shit to do with each other. You understand? That's like somebody saying, oh, I don't know, like, why are you getting mad at pedophiles when you're dating women who are 19 and 20, they're still young. Like that, them two things ain't got nothing to do with each other. Don't try to compare those things thinking it's similar. No, it's two different things. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just like, yo, these motherfuckers, and this is what I'm saying, where people want to avoid reality, avoid the truth. They don't want to accept certain things because you have to look at yourself in the mirror. Trust me, I'm telling you, this shit ain't easy. It ain't easy shit, but listen. You got to be able to accept the reality of these situations, and you'll learn the reality of it, because people are like, so what's the reality? How do I know what's real? Get your ass out there, and you'll see what's real. You know what I'm saying? Dudes be on the internet too much, listening to niggas who ain't got no real world life experience, right? And so they don't really understand the ins and outs of certain things. Now, I get it. There's certain guys who are going to have different experiences, meaning if your level of game is at a certain point, you're not going to experience certain things that another guy would experience. But then if you have a person who's experiencing certain things that you're trying to get at or you're trying to get to, right? You have to listen to what that experience is. You understand? You got to listen to that experience. Listen, because, okay, point like this. Okay, look. Niggas is talking about a chick can't pair bond if she have a high body count. Really? So how the fuck, again, is my wife pair bonding to me? How? You see what I'm saying? How is that happening? I'm proof that shit is bullshit. How do you have swinger couples? That's proof that shit is bullshit. How do you have porn stars who are in long-term relationships? That's proof that shit is bullshit. So now that you see it's bullshit, the reality is that women can pair bond, if they have sex with multiple men. That's the reality. So you got to accept that. So now what that means is that you trying to use that narrative of women can't pair bond as an excuse as to why you don't like women fucking around. You got to throw that out the window. You have to accept that you don't like chicks who's fucking around because you ain't getting no pussy. That's the reality. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what dudes don't want to accept. You see what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. But yo, guys, I'm about to head up out of here. Tonight at 10 p.m. Me and Miles is going to be on tonight. And yeah, man, so check us out. I will holler at you guys later. Appreciate everybody tuning in and all that other stuff. Subscribe, share this video with your friends. Go to badboymembership.com. You feel what I'm saying? Modern Life Dating, in the building. What's up? What's going on, fam? What's good with you, boy? What's good with you, player? But yeah, make sure you guys subscribe, all that other good stuff. And I will holler at y'all later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone.